Relating slope and y-intercept to linear equations worksheet. Starting with question number 1. Which xy table shows the corresponding values for the equation y equals 2x minus 3? So I highlighted the equation. We have to figure out which xy table matches this equation. Well, when I look at this equation, I know that my slope is in front of x. So it's the coefficient of x. So for this problem, my slope is 2. And my y-intercept is negative 3. So when you look at these charts, remember from the lesson, I told you if you're given an xy table, try to find where x is 0 first. And if you look, I boxed all the ones that have x is 0. So for this one, if x is 0 and y is 1, that means my y-intercept is 1. I don't know what my y-intercept is here, so I'm just going to skip it for now. For C, right here's my x is 0, therefore the y is my y-intercept. So in this problem, my y-intercept is 2. Because remember, your y-intercept is the value of y when x is 0. The y-intercept is the value of y when x is 0. So for C, my y-intercept is 2. For D, my y-intercept, right here, is negative 3. So knowing that information, which one of these problems can I eliminate? Knowing that my y-intercept for A is 1, my y-intercept for C is 2, and my y-intercept for D is negative 3. So which one of those three problems can I eliminate? Well, again, my y-intercept is supposed to be negative 3. So for A, it's 1, so I know that I can eliminate A, because this is not correct. I can't eliminate B, because I don't know what the y-intercept is, therefore I cannot eliminate it. A lot of times people want to cross out B because they don't see the y-intercept. You cannot eliminate B unless you know what the y-intercept is. For C, I can eliminate C because the y-intercept is a 2, and my y-intercept needs to be negative 3. So I'm going to cross out C, because again, that was wrong, and that was wrong. So if those y-intercepts are incorrect, I don't even have to worry about the slopes. I do have a y-intercept of negative 3 here, so I can't eliminate it. And I don't know what the y-intercept is for B, so I can't eliminate it. So now I need to find the slope. My slope needs to be a positive 2. Well, for this one, if I take 5 minus 1, I get 4. And if I take 4 minus 2, I get 2. And remember that the slope is your difference in y over your difference in x. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. Let's look at D. And you need to be careful here because this is 0 minus negative 3. It's 0 minus negative 3, which actually becomes positive 3. And then 1 minus 0 is 1. So my slope for D is 3 over 1, which would simplify to just 3. Well, my slope needs to be a positive 2. My slope needs to be a positive 2. And this is the 3 right here. Therefore, D isn't my answer either. So that means by process of elimination, the only one that could possibly be the answer is B. Then what you should do is you should check to see if you're correct. For instance, you would put these x values in that are here, put them in for x in the equation, and see if you get the correct y. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1, so that would work. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. The second one works. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. All three of them work. So B is my answer. I know that one kind of seems tricky, but it's really not. You're going to be able to eliminate some knowing your y-intercept right away. And then after that, you find the slope. Since my slope is positive 2 and D I got a 3, then my answer has to be B. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2, which equation is true for the given ordered pairs in the table? Well, once again, I see a 0 for x, which means my y-intercept is negative 10. My y-intercept is negative 10. I'm also going to write it over here. So my y-intercept is negative 10. Well, knowing that my y-intercept is negative 10, and remember, it's y equals mx plus b. So this is my y-intercept here. If my y-intercept is negative 10, I'm looking for minus 10 at the end. Well, this has a minus 5, so that's not possible. And this has a plus 5, so that's not possible. So that right away eliminates A and C. Cross out A, cross out C. So now I just need to find my slope. So we're going to take 25 minus 5 to get 20. And then we're going to take 7 minus 3 to get 4. And my slope is then the difference in y values, which is the 20, over my difference in x values, which is the 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So now you need to choose which is the correct answer. I know my slope is 5, my y-intercept is negative 10. You decide which is the correct answer. All right, that is it for 1 and 2. I'm going to erase this, but for the rest of it, make sure you have everything written down that I have written down. Make sure you have everything written down that I have written down. Pause your videos to do that. If you have any questions on 1 or 2, please let me know.